Alright everybody, what is up? Welcome back here to another football recap video. I'm going to be doing a recap of the Liverpool and the Chelsea game, so let's get started into this game, shall we? First things first, man, I don't know what on earth Jurgen Klopp was thinking, but why on earth would you sub off Salah? It's like Mohamed Salah is the only reason why Liverpool are not a bottom tier team, because literally, like, this is easily the worst Liverpool team I've ever seen in a very, very long time. Like, seriously. And Jurgen Klopp arguably tonight made the biggest blunder ever by choosing to sub off Mohamed Salah. Like, why? I don't get why he subbed off Salah, but he kept Roberto Firmino on the pitch, because I don't know about you guys, but honestly, man, the player that I think has been underperforming the most for Liverpool this past season would have to be definitely Roberto Firmino, because I don't know what happened with Firmino, but he just has not been showing up for Liverpool at all. And it's like he keeps missing his chances left and right. And I personally think that Liverpool don't have like a striker that has lethal finishing ability like Haaland, for example. So if I was Liverpool, man, I would probably be shopping Firmino around and maybe get a striker that knows how to finish the ball inside the net, because I think that's a very big thing that's holding this Liverpool team back from repeating their success right now. Because Jurgen Klopp at the moment, he doesn't have that solid striker, you know, because say, for example, that Liverpool were to go after Haaland. Like, imagine how good this front attack would be with Haaland, Mane, and Salah. Like, bro, easily each of those guys, they would score at least 30 Gs each season, like, if Liverpool had a really, really good front attack like that. And, of course, you know, the Van Dijk injury and all that stuff. I mean, yes, you know, not having Van Dijk, of course, is a big blow. But at the same time, man, Liverpool are absolutely, like, because I don't know what happened with Liverpool, but like 2 years ago, I remember when Liverpool had that like never give up attitude. But this year, it seems like that Liverpool are just absolutely mentally burnt out or something. Like I really don't know how else to describe this kind of big blunder from Liverpool, because it's like, bro, Liverpool, they gotta be able to freaking have that, you know, winning mentality that they had 2 years ago. Because remember 2 years ago when they were down against Barcelona and they still had that winning mentality and they made a comeback? Like, what happened to that Liverpool team? And where on earth is that Liverpool team? Because I have not seen that Liverpool team at all recently this past year in the Premier League. Like, I just haven't. And like, literally, I think that Firmino easily, like, they could use a upgrade over Firmino, because Haaland would be a big, massive upgrade over Firmino. Because, like, my question for Firmino is he going to be good enough to be part of Brazil's starting 11, like, by the time Copa America lies? Because given off of Firmino's form, like, I think he could be in danger of not being selected for Brazil for this year's Copa America. Hey, what's going on, Alvaro Hayde? Yeah, that was a good result for Chelsea, man. I mean, literally, Chelsea, on the other hand, they were impressive tonight. You know, like, I would have to say that Chelsea tonight, they gave in to Liverpool. They absolutely had Liverpool's number today. But I mean, first of all, Timo Werner, man, what's going on with Werner? Why does he continue to miss his shots? Like, literally, like, how is Werner struggling away with putting those chances for Chelsea is beyond me. Like, seriously, it seems like that with Werner, man, like, maybe this season's just going to be like a experience for Timo Werner, and maybe next season he's going to be better for Chelsea or something. I have no clue, man. But tonight, instead of subbing off Salah, like, why didn't he sub off Firmino? Like, he should have subbed off of Firmino, seriously. Because choosing to sub off Salah would have to be the dumbest decision I've ever seen any Premier League manager do. Do I think that was offside? I don't know. It's tough to say, man, because, you know, it's football. But from the looks of it, looks like that the referee didn't allow the offside disallowed goal. I have to say probably that was offside or something, you know, because I think like that player was kind of a couple of inches offside. So that's that. But literally, I mean, maybe Liverpool got robbed today. I don't know. That can be up for debate, you know, and all that stuff. Because I know that a lot of people are probably going to be divided over this game, you know, over whether that goal should have been awarded or not. But I mean, you know, stuff like that happens in football. And I know that a lot of people are probably still divided over whether VAR is improving the Premier League or whether it's kind of making the Premier League worse. I don't know. But I mean, I personally prefer the whole VAR thing, because we need VAR, because, I mean, literally, there have been so many goals that were disallowed prior to VAR that it was just absolutely ridiculous. But now, you know, I didn't watch the whole game. You know, I only watched like the last, I have to say, 30 minutes of the game because I was at school. If you guys want to know the truth, that's what I didn't mention. So it's hard to say whether that goal would have been allowed or not. Should have been allowed. I would have to probably take a look at the replay of the game, but still, man, Liverpool, they cannot be reliant on stuff like that, because, like, Liverpool still, man, they don't have that sense of urgency this past season, because Liverpool are just giving away game after game after game after game, and I think that this season, man, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Jurgen Klopp got sacked, because it's like, as much as what he did for Liverpool, man, this year, man, it's just not clicking from, and, you know, managing a top 5 club in Europe, I mean, expectations are high, obviously, and I can imagine that Jurgen Klopp, I mean, I don't think he's going to get sacked. I think that he just caught a very, very bad break with the Van Dijk injury, and just Firmino just underperforming this season. I think that's the big reason why Liverpool just can't seem to get over the hump. And unless they find themselves a good lethal finisher like Haaland's talent, for example, and, you know, until Van Dijk comes back, then I think that Liverpool are just going to continue to struggle. But I do see them going in the Champions League because, you know, the thing about Liverpool is that they still are capable of producing results in the Champions League. And maybe if they go far in the Champions League, then maybe that can be the only thing that can save Jurgen Klopp's job. Or, of course, unless they choose to go after a lethal striker in this transfer window. So that's what I realistically believe that Liverpool are going to be inclined to do. So that's all I have to say right now. But still, man, Salah, like, you can't be serious. Like, Salah, like, imagine if Liverpool did not have Salah. Like, they would be at the bottom tier of the Premier League right now. But Liverpool's midfield, though, like, another thing that Liverpool need to do is upgrade their midfield, because Liverpool have no midfield at all. Like, seriously, like, I think that Manchester United this season have a way better midfield compared to Liverpool, because, I mean, Liverpool, without a good midfield, like, what are they expecting to do? Because in this day and age in football, having a midfield is a very, very big necessity. Like, you can't do anything without a good midfield. Like, you're just going to expect your front attack to do everything without the midfield being able to dictate some tempo. And I just have a hard time believing that Jurgen Klopp still doesn't want to make any changes. Like, that's what he has to do. Like, he needs to make some freaking changes, because this is just absolutely, you know, getting ridiculous, you know, with Liverpool just giving away all of these games and all that stuff. But the problem is that I think that Jurgen Klopp is going to have to, you know, change his tactics and stop, you know, playing a 4-3-3, because it seems like that opposing teams have figured out Jurgen Klopp's tactics, you know, him playing a 4-3-3, so they know what he's going to do, and then they're going to just be able to take away Liverpool's, you know, ability to create spaces. And this is where having a good midfield comes in handy, like having players that can create spaces and, you know, and a dry defender to allow your front attackers to make a run inside the box and then open up a holes for them to score. That's how you win games. And right now for Liverpool, man, it just doesn't even look like they're going to even, like I won't be surprised they finish like 6th or 7th in the Premier League, because that's just how bad Liverpool are playing right now. Like I know that Van Dijk injury, of course, definitely is a big factor in them being this bad. But at the same time, man, it's like Jurgen Klopp, as a manager, his job is to find out like what to do, you know, even without, you know, without your key defensive player. And it seems like Jurgen Klopp is unable to do that, and that's why he's just absolutely producing the worst and ever results, because it's like Liverpool have only won one freaking game in the entire month of February. One freaking game, and they lost games that they should have won, like against Brighton, against Everton, against Leicester City. Like, I don't get how you lose, but against Manchester City, they got trounced, so that would have to be Liverpool's worst than ever result. But I just have a hard time believing that Jurgen Klopp still thinks that, you know, his tactics are going to work when clearly they haven't been working out. It's like, if your tactics aren't working after the first 2 games, then you got to go to plan B. And it seems like that Jurgen Klopp doesn't have a plan B, unless, you know, they're planning to go after a striker like Haaland in the summer and all that stuff. Because I think that Haaland's going to be leaving Dortmund, so I could see him going to a big club like Liverpool, or maybe even, I don't know, PSG. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where Haaland go. But trust me, like, imagine for a second that Liverpool get Haaland. Man, it would absolutely give him a big, big, massive boost. Seriously, it just would. So, I mean, there's nothing much else to say except that Jurgen Klopp as well. He doesn't want to. He is so reluctant to make proper substitutions because, for example, like Jurgen Klopp could have brought on Shaqiri as well, for Liverpool, like maybe have Shaqiri play as a striker up front because maybe Shaqiri would have done a better job than Firmino would have done or something. I have no clue because I mean I think Shaqiri is capable of playing as a striker as well, and I think he could be Liverpool's best bench player or something. But right now, the problem with Liverpool is that they lost the ball so many times in their first half, and it seems like they just never want to take their chances, and they also just were so reluctant at times to play the ball forward that it's just absolutely ridiculous, man. And it seems like that Jurgen Klopp just is very, very unable to get this squad, mentally get this squad their winning mentality. That's what I'm trying to say, is that Jurgen Klopp just can't seem to bring the best out of this Liverpool team and their winning mentality that they had 2 years ago compared to now. They just look absolutely off, slow, and it's just really shocking to see that Liverpool, because really, I mean, I was expecting them to go on another dominant run, but now Liverpool have just completely fallen apart, and it's a shame, but I mean, what can you do about it? I mean, I think that Haaland would be a great addition to Liverpool, and I think that at that point, he would possibly be the answer to Liverpool's, to improving Liverpool's front attack. So that's all I have to say about this game, ladies and gents, because I really don't know what else to say, man. So that's that. So now I'm going to do a Euro 2020 prediction. If you guys are interested in staying here in this stream, then hey, hope you guys stay in here for my Euro prediction, because I don't think I've done one in this channel, And one other tournament that I'm getting super excited about is the Euros, and that's what I can't wait for. So let's do the prediction here right now. So I'm just going to pull up my pad. So anyways, the first group at the Euros is going to be Group A. We got Turkey, Italy, Wales, and Switzerland. Me personally, I think Italy's definitely going to win this group with the talent they have with Marco Verratti, with Immobile. I think they're going to be the key factors to Italy's squad this tournament, especially with Gigi Donnarumma, him being a rising star. I think that Italy are going to sweep through this group, and I think that the second nation that's going to win this group would probably have to be Turkey as well, because I like what I'm seeing from Turkey in the qualifiers. I think Turkey can be a very, very underrated team in this group stage. So I have Turkey claiming second place, and third place I would probably say Switzerland, because I mean Switzerland, don't count Switzerland out though, because Switzerland they could easily pull off a surprise in this group with the talent they have. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Switzerland were to finish even second or third, but at best I'd pick Switzerland to finish third, because Wales, man, I don't know what's going on with Wales, man, but I don't think Wales are going to be as good this summer as they were 4 years ago, especially like with Bale just absolutely declining right now. I think that Wales are definitely going to struggle in this group, and I have Wales finishing fourth in the group, because I mean, who's going to be able to carry this Wales team? Because like without an informed Bale, without Bale being informed, like what are Wales going to do in this group? So I mean, I don't know like what's going to be Wales' plan, but I think Wales are going to finish fourth in this group. So that's my prediction for Group A. For Group B, we got Denmark, Finland, Belgium, and Russia, and this is going to be Finland's first and ever, I think, time playing at a tournament, but I still think that Belgium are going to win this group. And for second place, I would probably have to pick Denmark. Third place, I have to say probably Russia, and fourth Finland, just because Finland, man, I mean, it's hard to predict how Finland are gonna do in this group, but hey, I mean, I'd be shocked if Finland were to pull off some major upsets and impressive performances in this group. So, I mean, those are my predictions for Group B. Belgium, I think that they're gonna present a very big mismatch for Finland and for Denmark. And Belgium, man, I still think they're gonna get far in this group stage. So yeah, in this tournament. So I definitely have to pick Belgium to win this group. It would be absolutely shocking if Belgium were to crash out of this group stage. And then in Group C, we got the Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia playing also in their first and ever tournament. So in my honest opinion, I think that the Netherlands are going to win this group. And for second place, I'd have to pick probably Ukraine, because Ukraine have actually been pretty impressive in the Euro qualifiers, with them winning against Portugal, and with Shevchenko as manager for Ukraine. I think that Ukraine are gonna be able to make it out of the group stage at the Euros. As for third place, I have to say probably Austria, because I don't think North Macedonia are gonna necessarily present a very big challenge for the teams in this group. So those are my predictions for this group stage. But North Macedonia, that would be absolutely shocking if they could pull off a crazy upset and get out of this group stage. But will that happen? I don't know. But I think that the Netherlands, without a doubt, are going to win this group, with Depay, with Wijnaldum, with Quincy Promes, with Daniel Malen, with the talent they have, especially with De Jong and Van de Beek. And of course, they're going to have to hope that Van Dijk can be a healthy scratch by the time the Euros arrive, because I think that with a healthy Van Dijk, they can definitely go far in this group as well, because Van Dijk is the ultimate key factor to this Dutch team, because without Van Dijk, I think that the Netherlands are going to struggle in the group. But with Van Dijk hopefully coming back by the time the Euros arrive, maybe they're going to have a chance. So yeah, those are my predictions for Group C. And then for Group D, we got England, Croatia, Scotland, and the Czech Republic. And I would personally have to say that I think England are going to finish number one in this group, just because with the talent that England have with Rashford, with who else do they have? Oh yeah, with I can't think of any other England players. Sorry, I have a brain fart. But I still think England are going to be capable of pulling off first place inside this group. Because no offense to Croatia, but I think England, with a fully healthy Marcus Rashford, with a fully healthy Jadon Sancho, and with a fully informed Harry Kane, I think this England team is going to do a lot of damage in this group, in terms of scoring Gs and just going on their front attack, because I think that their front attack is going to present a very big challenge for these teams here inside the group stage. So I would have to say England are going to win first place here. And then for second place, I would have to pick Croatia, because I still think Croatia are going to be able to go on another run with Luka Modric, with Rakitic, with Perisic, with the midfield that they have. I still think that that's going to be what can help carry this Croatia team to victory. For second place, I would have to say Croatia. And for third place, I would have to probably pick Scotland, just because I think the Scotland team is capable of getting something done at the Euros, because this is their first and ever tournament they qualified for since 1998. And I think Scotland are going to finish third, and Czech Republic probably are going to finish fourth. I don't know. This is just a prediction, but those are my predictions for Group D. So that's that. And then for Group E, we got Spain, Sweden, Poland, and Slovakia. So for first place, I have to say probably Spain are going to win first place. I don't see Spain crashing out of this group at all. And for second place, if Poland is lucky, if Lewandowski and the rest of the Poland players can learn how to play as a team like how they did at Euro 2016, if they can have that team spirit and that team chemistry, then I think Poland can finish second place. As for Sweden, I think they're going to finish maybe third, and then Slovakia are going to finish fourth in the group. So those could be my predictions for this group, because it's obviously I'm going to be playing for Poland to win the Euros and all that stuff, but they're going to have to hope that Lewandowski has a big game and the rest of the team can fully function as a team, because the toughest game is without doubt going to be the Spain game. It would be a miracle if they were to get a win against Spain, but it's probably a very slim chance that that's going to happen, just because Spain, they still are looking very hot. So I would have to pick Spain to win this group. And then for Group F, we got the group of death. We got Hungary, Portugal, France, and Germany. And of course, I would have to go with probably Portugal right now, man, because Portugal, they've been the most impressive team right now recently at the Euro qualifiers, especially with the talent, with a fully informed Ronaldo, with Bruno Fernandes, with Diogo Jota, with Joao Felix, with Bernardo Silva. I think this Portugal team is easily going to be able to win this group. I think they're going to present a very big challenge to France and Germany. And for second place, I would have to probably pick France because Germany recently have been struggling a lot. And I don't know what happened to Germany's football team, but recently, man, Germany just have not been the dominant team that they were in the past. Because recently it seems like that opposing teams figure out how to win against Germany because Germany in these last, 15 games under Jurgen Klopp have been absolutely struggling. And it looks like that Germany's defense, I think, is going to present a big issue at the Euros just because, like, what is Germany's defense going to be capable of doing? Because, I mean, they don't have Hummels and Boateng anymore. And even without Hummels and Boateng, their two best defenders, like, they still are struggling. So I think that Germany's defense is going to present a very big problem because, like, how are they going to be able to defend against Portugal and France's front attack? So that's where I think Germany is going to struggle inside this group. But if they're lucky, I would have to pick them to finish third in the group because I do still think that maybe they're going to be able to finish third place in the group. And as for fourth place, I'll have to pick Hungary because I don't really see how Hungary are going to be able to take on these three teams that they're playing, these three very, very good opponents and all that. So yeah, I'll have to say Hungary are probably going to finish fourth. So first place, Portugal. Second place, France. Third place, Germany. Fourth place, Hungary. So that's how I think the Euros will happen, And as for round of 16 and as for the knockouts, I don't know, man. It would be very, very tough. I'm just going right now based off of, like, which team I think is going to win the group. Because as for knockouts, I'll probably give off my predictions by the time, it's going to be time for the knockouts. And that's when I will predict on who I think is going to win the rest of the Euros and all that stuff. So anyways, ladies and gents, that's going to be it here with this video. So hope you people enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more football videos.